doing stuff like this on the one wheel is just fun. How you doing? Duff here. I'm with Cindy and with Deb. After a hiatus, Deb is here. We are doing another ride around the Oaks Boulevard area. Hi, Cindy. Hi. Say hi. So the Silly Sisters are reunited on film. Yes. Yes. Cindy's going to be riding her Minipro. I have my OneWheel XR. Yeah. When's the last time you saw that? It's been a long time. Since you last saw it, I got that carbon fiber mudguard, which I actually did a video about, but Cindy has painted the sides of the front and rear foot pads black instead of the wood grain to better match the mudguard, so I kind of prefer that look. So we'll see if I can still ride the one wheel. Who knows? Just watch this car. I see it. This has literally been the first time I've ridden the OneWheel XR in months. No exaggeration. It's just been a time thing, you know, and I have all these cool EUCs to play with, the suspension wheels and the Sherman, which I love intensely. So I just have not had one wheel time. So I'm curious how my one wheel skills are doing. Hopefully they're still okay. Doesn't feel too bad. Like I said, Cindy's riding the Minipro, so speed-wise, this is a good match for that. And I don't know where, here they come. I'm just too fast on my one wheel. Hey, I wanted to take a second to, and you're in 360 if you haven't noticed. We're shooting in 360 again today. I want to take a quick second to thank everybody that participated in the live stream, the 10,000 subscriber live stream. Not only the people that participated in the live stream, but the people that helped me get to 10,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Very thankful. And we gave away a bunch of stuff. I got it all sent out right away Saturday morning. So if you want a prize during the live stream, we gave away about like a dozen things. If you want a prize in the live stream, it should be in the mail. And I think I sent a tracking ID or tracking number to everyone that won something. So yeah, great time. It doesn't take long for me to remember why I love the one wheel so much. Just the riding experience. It's just, I've always said it's more fun to me than EUCs, just the actual act of riding. But like for going at speed, I definitely feel safer on an EUC than I ever would on a one wheel. I would never want to go 30 miles an hour on a one wheel. No, thank you. I also have the 16X in my truck, just in case. I don't think I'll wind up riding it, but my 16X has been, it was acting weird. I went to grab it the other day, turned it on, because I had charged it. I think, at least according to my memory, I had charged it. Turned it on, and it rotated back slowly to a steep angle, and then it rotated forward to a steep angle and stayed there. And I could only assume that it was because of that phenomenon that Marty talked about, where with the, and not only the S18 does this, but the 16X does it as well. I don't remember if my 18XL did this, but if you charge the wheel, take it off the charger, it actually is still on. It's still energized. It still will connect to the app. And I think that maybe that's what happened. I forgot, because the way to address it, what you have to do is, once it comes off the charger, turn the wheel on, and then turn it off properly through the button, then it will actually turn off. But if you don't do that, the wheel will be on all the time. So I assume that's what happened, that it was actually on for days probably, and ran itself all the way down to a very low battery state. And when I connected to the app to see what was going on, it said, oh, hey, you have a firmware update to 206, I guess. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll do that. Maybe that'll address whatever's going on, because I still wasn't 100% sure what was going on. I did the firmware update. It did its reboot, and then the wheel wouldn't turn back on. And I thought, oh, great. I bricked the wheel. I actually thought my S18 was bricked. And, whoa, forgot about some of the bumps in this trail here. So I just let it be for a little bit. I was just about ready to email Jason and say, hey Jason, bad news, S18's shit in the bed. But I then just let it sit for a little while. I plugged it into the charger, let it charge. It did start to charge, and then it appeared to be acting normally again. So I thought, okay, everything's great. So when I got it out today, pushed it out to the truck, and as I turned it on and started trolleying it, I saw, or I felt again, subtle shifts forward and backwards, tilts forward and backwards while I was riding. There's some people here in very fashionable hats. Yeah, so as I was trolleying it, I noticed some more tilting. And then I said, okay, well, let me get on this thing. I got on it, and it started to tilt forward and backwards, slowly on me. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I don't know if it was just calibrating and stuff, what was going on, because it eventually stopped, and it eventually started feeling normal. So hopefully everything's fine. But the moral of the story is, make sure when you're charging your S18, when you're done charging, and you take it off the charger, that you unplug it from the charger, and then turn the wheel on and off with a button. If you don't do that, you may have an experience similar to what I did. Do you have any words of wisdom from the Silly Sisters? Yeah. Drink matcha. Okay. Ah. You guys always have a one-liner ready. Deb is on her Ninebot scooter. It's a cut in the road. Yeah, I'm glad you saw it. They must have run some wire. Ow. No, they probably ran some wire or something through there to the front, so they had to cut the cement. But usually, best practice is you patch that once you do that. But I guess they forgot that part. I'm pretty sure I've never taped me riding the OneWheel with the 360 camera, so it's kind of cool. You get you get the faraway perspective. Maybe you get a better appreciation of why I enjoy riding the OneWheel a lot. It's just a very relaxing sensation and engaging and fun. Cindy wants me to film the tractors over there. They have two tractors with some Christmas decorations on them. I'm not sure how well you'll see that on the camera. It's off kind of far, but yeah, cool. Speaking of Christmas decorations, we did take all of ours down. Took them down on Friday. It's weird. I used to, several years ago, well, probably a number of years ago, I used to be one of those people that left my Christmas decorations up extra long. You know, I think I've left them up as long as like the second or third week in January, a few years. Not because I'm lazy, but just because I don't know, I enjoyed having them up. Recently, though, recent years, for some reason something's flipped in my head where like New Year's Day, I want everything down. Cindy and I took everything down. She took most of the inside stuff down Thursday. I took it down Friday, so I'm not sure why that is, but I just feel better cutting Christmas, New Year's. Cutting the holiday season officially at New Year's. I'm hoping the sound's a little bit better this time. I've noticed with my 360 videos when I'm using my Rode Wireless Go that the sound was pretty muffled the entire time, and I finally got around to checking that when I had the mic or the external mic connected, it still had wind noise reduction turned on, and I believe that's why that was happening. With this Rode Wireless Go, I don't really need to do that because it does a great job of filtering out wind noise all by itself. So I'm hoping the wind noise is, or the audio is more on par with what you normally hear with my GoPro videos. out, I had a couple things I wanted to clear up on a video. I haven't remembered to do it. You may remember when I was putting the grip tape on my Veteran Sherman Merlin fish pedals. I said that one of the reasons I was doing that was because Merlin had mentioned to me that if you don't do something like that, you need to put Loctite on the screws. And when he said that, my old senile brain assumed that he was talking about all of the screws that make up the spikes on those pedals. I thought he meant I had to back out every single one of those spikes and put Loctite on them. Well, he corrected me recently. He said what he was referring to was if you don't have grip tape, he recommends that you put Loctite on the five or six screws that are used to attach the pedal to the frame. That's all he was talking about. So, yeah. Sorry for the misinformation there, guys. And secondly, it's hard to hold it back there. Secondly, I've gotten a lot of people ask me, hey, what can you do for me for a bumper, front and rear bumper for the Gotway RS? I originally mistakenly thought that my normal bumpers would work with the RS because it is still based in the M Super, but the reality was the front and back of the RS case is actually flatter and wider slightly than the normal M Super profile. So the normal hard printed nose guard and rear guard do not fit the RS well at all. However, I was dealing with someone, one of my customers, Moshi, or I don't know if that's how you pronounce your name, buddy. But anyways, he's an RS, and I originally sent him the hard pads and it didn't, or the hard guards, and it didn't fit. And I said, okay, well, if you don't mind being a tester for me, let me send you some of these flex ones that I make. And he actually had great success using the flexible versions of those guards on his RS. I'll have some pictures of it here that you can see what it looks like. He basically just used thick Velcro, and the flexibility of these guards made it able to conform to the dimensions of the RS just fine. And really, you really can't tell. Again, if you look at these pictures, it looks just fine. So if you're looking for a front or rear guard for your RS, that would be my recommendation. Those of you that weren't on the live stream on Friday, I talked about something that I thought was pretty surprising that I came to realize last Thursday. Those of you that don't know, I've been writing a near daily blog for, I don't know, since 2013, like 8 years, forever. And in my blog, when you look at it, it always shows you what happened the prior year on that date. And on Thursday, I was looking at it, and the entry on the prior year blog was titled Cardboard. I'm like, oh, that's weird. I wonder what I was talking about back then. I open up the entry and look at it, and in there I described being sick for over a week, and then all of a sudden I had lost my sense of taste. Everything tasted like cardboard. Now, back in December of 2019, nobody knew that much about COVID, and it was not widespread knowledge that loss of taste is a very surefire sign that you have COVID. So I am probably 90% sure that I actually had COVID back in December of 2019. And I've read stories all along that COVID was well established in the country well before the alarms were sounded. So yeah, I think I had COVID already. My brother was real sick last December too. He thinks he might have had it. My sister and her family, prior to them visiting us in February, they had been deathly sick for like 2 weeks. So I think COVID's been circulating in the United States much, much longer than the official recognition.
Okay, let's go over here.
All right, so they've been practicing this routine for hours. This is the secret handshake.
It's the COVID handshake.
By hours, I mean the last 15 seconds they've practiced.
Ready? Yep. Oh, it was the left first. Okay, left, right. Oh, it was the other. Wait. No, it wasn't. It was that one. Really? Yeah. That's left. You're so right.
Well, go ahead. You can do it again.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, so left, right, left, boom, boom.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Make you a millionaire. Taking a little break here in the pavilion. Cindy can rest her feet. And then we'll be reversing. I just switched batteries. Luckily, I brought an extra battery for the 360 because the battery was low. But now we are at full charge. Hi. Filming, being filmed. Cindy, any words of wisdom?
What happened?
Any words of wisdom?
Look both ways before crossing the street.
Wear a mask.
Yeah.
Don't be a dork about it. Just wear the freaking mask.
Oh,
Dorks.
it goes over your nose.
Yeah. Don't wear it like this.
Don't have a beard.
It's not a beard. Yeah, it's not a chin covering.
Right.
No, it's not chin strap. This is a chin strap. Not a chin strap.
Very good.
Wash your freaking hands still. That hasn't gone out.
Yeah.
Still need to do that.
Yeah.
Hello.
True.
I never thought that my hands would get more alcohol than my mouth.
Yeah. I get drunk. I'm so
Yeah.
Really? Is that a thing? You can get drunk on hand sanitizer if you use it enough?
I guess if you're like soaking your hands in hand sanitizer, but then they get so dry. Soap and water. Just do your
20
alphabet.
seconds. Yeah.
Eat your
ABC.
brain. ABCs. Wash the thumbs. Watch Dr. Oz how he
Yeah.
explains.
And the fingernails.
Yes. Little
Oh
brush
my
under
God.
the fingernail.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon sells 6 nail brush sets for $3.99.
Wow.
Share it with friends. Put one at every sink.
Yeah.
Ever. So easy and you're nice and clean.
Exactly. Good tips. Playing the caboose right now. It's a little windy. I'm a carbon machine.
Extreme.
What can you do, Cindy?
We're talking about more videos.
Oh, more TikTok ideas? Cool. So we have a little bit of concern about the Minipro being able to actually make it this distance. This is, I think with the path that we're taking, it's between a 7 and 8 mile ride. That Minipro at this point is it 5 years old? If not, it's real close. So yeah, you know, obviously the battery's going to degrade somewhat over time. When we were at the park, we had 3 bars remaining, so hopefully we make it. But I expect that Cindy will be hearing a lot of beeping, speed limiting beeping as we get towards the end, if we do make it. The XR, I have no problems. I've gone as far as 20 miles on my XR, believe it or not. I once successfully did a ride to and from Dunkin' Donuts. Doing stuff like this on the OneWheel, it's fun. Except when you hit the camera on the sides. See what kind of damage did I do there? All right, the lens looks okay. I think it's actually okay. Wow, that would have sucked. This is what happens when you have 6 feet hanging out in front of you or behind you. So Cindy only has 1 bar remaining on her Minipro battery indicator. We have I think it's like 2 miles between Vanderbilt and Immokalee, so you got about 2 miles to go. So we'll see if we can do it. Let's see, how low can I go? That's about it. That feels too low. It doesn't feel advantageous to control to be that low. This feels about good for me. Bikes, you got bikes on the left. is just a very pretty area right here. Lots of beautiful houses, beautiful landscaping. And expensive, as you can imagine. Here's the cutouts. We got one more yet. Wow. Oh, look, there's a horse in there. Cindy, see the horses? There's horses right here. Right over the fence. Can you see them? Yeah. I didn't know they had horses there.
Oh, that's cute. That's why they look cool.
Oh, cool. You might be able to see the horses from the 360 perspective, since you're a couple feet taller than me. Very cool. There, you can see over the fences that I cannot see over. Get a unique perspective that I do not get from the ground. Uh-oh, wire. All right, we're on the home stretch. Do you see me? You see me? I think he sees me. It's good when traffic sees you. I've learned that. Yeah, I'm not that smart, but I catch on eventually. It's good when traffic sees you. All right, so we're in the home stretch here. We're almost back. Fun little ride, nice little break. I can tell that my my lower extremities are going to be a little sore because riding the one wheel engages it definitely in a different way than a electric unicycle does. There's no doubt about that. The Minipro is still trucking. Okay. All right. We'll go wide. Yeah. Go wide. Cindy's feet are in distress. They're not feeling well. I see him. He sees me too. And the 360 sees all. All right.
The video cue, if you want to use it.
Is there a size limitation?
I don't know with texting. Your picture is Barbie.
Oh, good.
I don't know how that
My favorite picture. Oh, yes. All right, so we're back. Fun little ride. Cindy, did you have fun despite your physical discomfort?
I had a great time.
Okay, good. Deb, did you have fun?
I had a great time.
Okay.
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D, yes. It's good for you.
Outside, we're very lucky. We've got sunshine.
Yeah, compared to some places that are like snowed in right now.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Aunt Cecilia. So sorry that you're cold.
Aunt Cecilia, yes, she has bad weather up in Michigan. Right in Michigan? No, in Michigan.
No. Cecilia, our neighbor's in Michigan. Aunt Cecilia's in Peoria.
Illinois, that's right. Okay. Yes, yes. It was good to get on the one wheel again. And I think we're going to do some lunch options here because Cindy's hungry. All right. So that's all I have for you for now. Till next time, definitely now. Wave bye, Cindy. Bye.
Had to give you the left cheek. Oh, yeah. Ta-da!
Wonderful.